I often ask teachers, what would your brain be like if you were sitting in your classroom? So I made this list, and it's just as appropriate for teachers to think about their own whenever they're learning versus their students too. So it's a list that's really bi-directional for students and teachers, that thinking of what we know, what would make you be the smartest you could be in college. Beware of mindless reading. Here at the Center for Brain Health, I've been able to show people how many times do you read, a chapter and someone says, what was that about? And I'm like, well, I don't know. And each of us realizes, sometimes when I'm reading along, I go, oh, wait a minute, who's that character? Where'd they come in? Because I was thinking about something else. One of the major multitasking things that we do is what's in our head at the time. So while you're reading, you may be thinking, oh, this to-do list that I've got to do. And even while teachers are teaching a class, the multitasking may be what's in our head that disrupts us. And if you can't do it for long periods of time, then 10 minutes, 15 minutes to expand it to focus and think in these higher order ways. Strategic memory and reasoning training requires that you get to the abstracted and block. When people always say, do you just use 10% of your brain? Well, it's not the amount that we're using. When you're learning something new, your brain's working really hard, and it's a lot of it's working. The more you practice, you become an expert. You actually use less of your brain, and it becomes easier. So what used to take, maybe 2 hours, because when I become an efficient learner, because I've rehearsed and I'm used to thinking in these higher order ways, I'm used to abstracting, you can do it more quickly and you know where to start. Sleep strengthens new learning. I think it's probably one of the most exciting things that we've learned, because I love sleep. So it's nice to know that. But students, what do college students do? They cram. They cram and they pull all-nighters. Well, the research now shows that the students that pull all-nighters do much, much worse, even though and studied more hours than someone that studied, and then slept on it. Because your brain during sleep, the same parts of the brain when you are actively learning are active, and you consolidate information at a deeper level with sleep. The brain is still learning, and it learns it at a deeper level. Sleep is a powerful learning tool. The number one thing you can do to make your brain healthier, that we know, there's hard evidence, exercise. So we just got hot off the press, new evidence here at the Center for Brain Health, that memory function, both short-term and long-term, increased. And an area of the brain, the hippocampus, that's associated with memory function, we saw increases in brain blood flow. So we found the brain change and the cognitive behavior. One of the other things is to get outside when you're exercising if you can, because sunlight's really important for mood and feeling better and learning. Tutors, someone work groups, things like that. We know that, you've heard me talk about top down. Whenever I teach something, it's going to make me learn it better. Because then I'm going to think, oh, I don't really know that because I'm teaching it. Professors know it when they start to teach something. Ooh, I don't know. So teaching up here will actually help to strengthen your own learning as students. So I think pairing them off in groups and reinforcing will help to promote learning.